St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. Cruising on the Silver Dawn. Turn down the previous night was different because there was a questionnaire to be responded to.
Big lettering claiming battery-powered, Atlantic Strike has a battery hybrid system to reduce fuel use and emissions by allowing it to operate on battery power for short periods.
To port, the Fort Amherst Lighthouse, a 200-year-old wooden tower. To starboard, Signal Hill and the Signal Tower.
Not rocks that you would like to bump into. .87 miles off to port, Cape Spear Lighthouse, which we will be visiting later on this morning.
The historic lighthouse with living quarters on top of the hill. The new automatic lighthouse is just a slim tower.
Below Signal Hill, a coastal walking path for the hikers among us.
Coming through the heads, we get our first view of St. John's Harbour.
And experience the colourful houses on the cliffs below Signal Hill.
There are a lot of Canadian Coast Guard ships in the port at the moment.
With the huge fishing grounds offshore, it is pretty certain that they are kept busy ensuring all fishing boats are operating legally. Right at the moment, the harbour is busy, with this freighter arriving directly behind our ship. More of the colourful houses that nestle in the hills around St. John's. As we move towards our berth, I highlight the Basilica of St. John, which I certainly wish to visit.
Important city buildings.
Is the captain parking using this giant mirror?
Jelly Bean Row, named for its colourful houses.
The Rooms Museum, home to an extensive collection of artifacts, art and archive records for the Newfoundland and Labrador areas.
At the masthead, our ship flies the appropriate flags for our visit.
From the pool deck, I zoom into the target of our first excursion, the tower at Signal Hill.
Signal Hill, framed by the Silver Dawn's bow.
In a nearby park, statues to the Newfoundland and Labrador dog breeds.
Once the school bus pulls out, we can head for Signal Hill.
Signal Hill was reputedly supposed to have been taller, Legend has it that the builder had those stones delivered to a site in town where he built a terrace of 4 houses for his daughters.
Looking across the headland towards Fort Amherst.
View towards the harbour, then focusing on the Queen's Battery barracks and their cannons.
From Signal Hill, we are heading by bus to Cape Spear to view an historic lighthouse. Scenes along the route.
This unobtrusive structure is the start of a pipeline from a lake on the other side of the hill. It flows through a hydroelectric station not visible from the road, ending up in this lower lake. At times of low demand, power generated here is used to pump water back to the top lake.
A community church.
At the Cape Spear Lighthouse,
where we can stand at the most eastern point of Canada. Looking back towards Signal Hill. And yes, that is an iceberg.
Yes, yeah. We don't actually get many out here because they mainly go around the coast.
Gail will make her own way to the cafe on her scooter, while I take the stairs route to the new and then to the historic lighthouse. That is the new lighthouse way above me. Situated on high ground, which makes sense for lighthouses. Not too many more stairs to climb, I hope. Take time out with me as I pause to catch my breath and watch this bumblebee. The stairs have not defeated me. I am alongside the lighthouse. The active Cape Spear Lighthouse has a light sequence of 3 white flashes every 15 seconds. This pattern is visible for up to 20 nautical miles. The lighthouse mast was historically used for flag signalling to communicate with Signal Hill. The flag currently being hoisted is numeric pennant 4. It is normally paid out with an alphabet flag to convey a specific message. No other flag was hoisted. Looking across 3.87 miles, give or take a yard or two, to our most recent stopping point, Signal Hill. That flag message hoist at Cape Spear would then be read at Signal Hill. They would then fly the identical flags on their signal mast. In this way, the message would be broadcast to all those who could see the flag mast at Signal Hill. I really like this cafe logo. Gail is snug inside having coffee and cake. I am heading up to the historic lighthouse. It is Canada's oldest surviving lighthouse, built in 1836. The lamp chamber in the lantern room in the dome originally held 7 argand burners with curved reflectors. The new concrete lighthouse was built in 1955 and used the lamp from the historic lighthouse. Members of the Cantwell family were resident lighthouse keepers for 135 of the 151 years of manned operations. Step back in history to 1839. The master lighthouse keeper's bedroom. The dining room, a bedroom possibly for the second in command, the keeper's office where we can see the signal locker. Moving on into the living room, and upstairs a level there is another bedroom. Together with the lighthouse workshop. I spot spare glass chimneys for the argand burners. A peep up the stairs to the lamp room. Finally, the storeroom. Including the sperm oil to light the argand burners. This was obtained by whalers hunting sperm whales.
An uneventful trip back, and we are lunching on the veranda at La Terrazza. From our lunchtime vantage point, we can see the Rooms Museum and the benevolent Irish Society building.
The Supreme Court. I am off out to visit the Basilica of St. John.
The streets are steep, and in many places the pavements are stairways, not scooter-friendly. So, I'm staying on board.
Fresh from lunch, I don't need to visit the Yellow Dog Brewery. Colourful houses form a backdrop to the Newfoundland War Memorial, where the provincial crest has been precisely carved into the granite. Walking past the courtyard to find the start point, Mile Zero in Terry Fox's Marathon of Hope. It was an event in 1980 where Terry ran a marathon a day across Canada to raise money for cancer research after losing his leg to the disease. He was forced to end his run after 143 days. His courage inspired a movement that has raised over $900 million for cancer research through annual Terry Fox runs. I mentioned the missing stones from Signal Hill, and these are the 4 houses allegedly built with that stone. Starting to see some of the colourful houses of Jelly Bean Row. Have a look at these beautiful houses. I find myself in a park. The warm weather does not seem to worry this hopeful ice skater. After a long steep climb, I've reached the Basilica, disappointed to find it closed, as I checked the website which indicated it stayed open till 4 p.m. I did knock on the door of the Presentation Convent next door to the Basilica. A nun very graciously said that I may enter and view the bust of the Veiled Virgin. Normally, it can only be viewed by appointment. The veil is an extraordinary artistic illusion, as it is carved from a single solid block of Carrara marble, an impressive feat of sculptural skill. It is the work of Italian sculptor Giovanni Strazza. Back down into colourful Jelly Bean Row, where owners acknowledge they live in a special street. All downhill to the ship, soon reunited with Gale.
An evening sail out, viewed in part from the Panorama Lounge.
We wave a hazy farewell to Signal Hill.
Chocolate decoration in La Terrazza. My choice, lemon pie.
My choice, raspberry macaroon supreme.
As the sun sets behind us, we head off to Coven Island with 5 sea days ahead of us. Good night. See you tomorrow.